let's make this little crate. So what I have here are just some blocks of various sizes. I have some cubes and longer rectangular prisms here. I'll just lay in some wood texture on all of these. The more texture you lay in, really the more aged your wood will look. You can have just light texturing if you want, sort of newer looking lumber. And the more you lay in, the more it's going to break up and start to really look like it's deteriorating. Just something to note. You see, you have this, it's kind of almost sort of more fresh looking, and this one, of course, is more broken down. And when you've painted all that, you can really see the difference. Now I also have these little strips. I laid in texture on these first, and I'm going to go through with my hot glue and just start essentially creating a border around all of the edges on these. Take my knife and cut off the excess. Keep working my way around. Pretty much every edge should get a piece of this. So I have that, and again, I just took that those very thin strips of the foam, and I just essentially put one on every edge all the way around that cube. And the next thing I'm going to do then is, this could be done. I could just paint this up and be done, but I like to add these little cross pieces here like this that go across some of those different places here. I think that just adds a extra nice feature to that crate. All right, so I have that. Just laid in all those angled strips and glued them down. Now I'm just gonna paint this up like I always do. Base coat, golden brown, and sway to the dry brush, and I'll come back and show you the finished product. And there we have a very, very simple little crate. Looks pretty good to me. And that's definitely, I added the little nail holes, and I finished it up with the paint and everything. But there you have just a very simple little project that makes a very cool looking crate. As always, I love your feedback. Leave me some comments. What do you think? And anything you think I could do to improve this design? Share in your comments. I think we should add a little shipping label or something to this thing just to give it that extra little piece of realism. I'll just take, this is just a standard piece of copy paper here. I'll just take a little fine-tipped Sharpie marker here and just write some indistinct little marks. And just something like that. Tear this paper here like this. Just gonna tear out that little piece that I just made. Crinkle it all up, make a little wad out of it just to add some little lines to it, and unfold it again. It's just gonna, just age it a little bit. Stress it a little bit to make it look aged. I'll hit that with a little bit of brown wash here. I'm just gonna use this Seraphim Sepia, but you could use any brown wash or even black wash or just some watered down acrylic, and just gonna soak that pretty good. I think I'll actually hit it with a second wash just to add a little bit of extra grime to it, just a little bit on the edge here, a little bit of the Agrex Earth Shade also. Just some spots with a little bit of this is a little bit of a darker wash. Actually hold that down with a toothpick here as to not heat my finger up. It can get pretty hot, so just hold that down with a toothpick and dry it up. All right, it's pretty dry. Looks pretty good. What I'm going to do is use a little bit of this tacky glue and spread some glue on the back with the toothpick here. Place it just like that. I even let the edge kind of stand up off of there a little bit. I'm not going to press that down. I want that to have that little bit of texture and dimension there to it. There you go. Just a quick little easy, like a little shipping label or something on there, port of destination, whatever. Super easy little embellishment you can add to your crates.